Welcome back to the Watchtower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network.
I'm so
By
sad.
Cinephiles for Cinephiles. This is the sad edition.
Sad edition for sure.
The film that we're covering.
The wangest
Just this
episode.
week.
The saddest of wanks, my friend.
I know. I hate sad wanks.
We've all been there.
See? We've all had a sad wank.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, continuing our former Oscar winner picks.
Yes, we are.
Leading up to the, what did we say, 65th?
The 90th?
60th? I think we said 60th, right?
600, yeah.
60th Academy Awards? I think we said 60th Academy Awards.
I don't
I'm not totally
mind.
sure. But we're back leading up to the Academy Awards on March 15th. That's when the new, the 98th, I'm stupid, 98th Academy
I told
Awards.
you, 90.
98.
Yeah,
Do
98th.
you need me to like censor your cup?
I'm facing it strategically away.
Hey,
Lamar.
that's a good
I
call.
might have Starbucks
Careful.
sue me, but
No,
you
I
know,
just need a fresh cup.
we.
Well, now you faced it forward.
I know.
Remember,
I
on
know.
YouTube, we gotta
I don't
get
know if I
past the
want
5 minutes.
America or fucking dicks.
Can you pass me a blank cup?
Anyways, we're back, and we are talking about former Oscar winners. The Academy Awards are coming up. We always have our traditional. It's become a tradition now.
Yes.
We have our pre-Oscar bonanza
It's a
of
Tower tradition.
talking about all the best Oscar
I'm always
nominations.
pre-Oscared.
Thank you so much.
Aw.
I appreciate you.
I'm telling you, we got to get past that 5 minutes of YouTube. Now we're going to get censored.
Oh, you could have
This
just.
is a really good point. Thank you.
you could
That's
have
trash
just
now.
you could have just double cupped it like a gangster.
You're
bro.
a good. I'm stupid. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to do.
But I can. Then I look like I'm back in Dallas. Now, we're going to be talking about the Best Picture nominees for this year. All 10 of them, 20-minute increments. Stay tuned for that. And then our Oscar recap live on Facebook,
You can't miss that.
Instagram,
Twitter,
and
X.
YouTube. Nope.
Does X have live?
I don't know. But we don't have... Tower doesn't have an X.
She can get on that.
You have to join us.
It's kind of a different social media now. Anyways, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be going live on all of our platforms. And
live.
leading up to it, we always talk about previous Oscar winners. Last week, if you missed The Artist, go check out The Artist. We talked about Best Cinematography for a great film, Black Narcissus. And we talked about one more.
This one.
No, there was one more.
No. It was The Artist, Black
Oh, you're
Narcissus.
right.
Yeah,
And then
You're
that
right.
one,
And then
this
this
one,
one. Best Actor. That's what we're covering this.
Ooh, very
week.
controversial win. For
This was
one.
Mr.
Best Actor in a Leading Role.
in a leading role. This is Mr. Castro's pick. So, before I introduce the film, I want to do two things. I want to remind you to please like, subscribe, comment, and
Right
share.
now.
Please
And
now.
go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and give us a 5-star rating. And on top of the 5-star rating, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the pod. We've gotten a lot more of those, so thank you guys so much for sharing.
The
Thank you for
rating
letting
is
people
going to
know.
help us
Yes.
a lot, please.
Yes. We have till, let's just say this, we have till April to get our ratings up for a very specific reason that we're excited to announce. But
Who's April?
don't worry about it. But we're going to get there, so help us get there. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. If you're watching us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever, thank you so much.
It's a quick 2 minutes.
Just go
review
hit
it.
the 5 stars, and that's it. That's all you got to do. I got to introduce everybody in the room. Mr. Ricky Rodriguez.
This
fellow
guy,
writer-director.
bro. This guy's growing on
man.
me,
Give me
bro.
his take. He's growing on you.
Yeah.
Father of two.
That's what my wife says.
He's the best father of two. You ask him. He'll tell you. You ask him. Miss Megan Tovar, our social media coordinator. Mr. Jean-Eric Castro offering an acting perspective.
No, I'm definitely gonna
The talent.
Mr.
How you guys doing?
Michael Lillo offering cinematography perspective.
Sad.
That is the
You went
wanks.
from happy to sad, skip mad, now want to kick his ass or what?
I'm no. I'm a beer away from a bar fight. Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm your humble film sir, Carlos M. offering a writing director perspective, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about Kenny Lonergan's, man. Kenneth Lonergan's.
Dude, Kenny Loggins.
Not Kenny Loggins.
Oh.
Definitely not Kenny Loggins. Kenny Lonergan's.
Isn't it
Lonergan?
Lonergan?
No, I think it's Lonergan. Pretty sure it's pronounced Lonergan.
Lonergan.
We're talking about his film, 2016's Manchester by the Sea. This film, man, I remember seeing this fresh, hot off the presses.
Same.
And man, it blew me away back then. Continues to blow me away. And this
still
is
did.
This is Mr. Castro's pick. So, Mr. Castro, why Manchester by the Sea?
Why Kenny Loggins?
Why Manchester by the Sea?
Mm.
I feel like because every time we do one of these episodes, we talk about what's the difference between film and theater. And I think with this film, with this type of acting, I guess, you can't pull off in theater
Yeah.
because it's so subtle, and so obviously I say a lot of restraint. So I just like this as a film for an actor's
Excuse me.
perspective. So I think this is one of those films where if you're an aspiring actor, this is one of those things where you can see the difference between being over the top, like melodramatic, being theater, or all the camera.
I think it's interesting that you say that. Kenny Lonergan's famously a award-winning playwright. The director of
I
this
love
film.
that. I love that.
He's a playwright. Like he didn't do a film like he hadn't done a film in 11 years prior to
Wow.
Manchester by the Sea because he's more involved in the theater world. This Is Our Youth, for instance. There's a lot of great plays.
So do you guys agree with me? Like, do you think this could be a play?
No, you know,
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think
aspects of it, absolutely. But it's because I think in the dialogue, and even though it's not facially, there's a lot of subtleties, and I'm pretty sure that's why it got him like the award and everything.
Right.
But the physical motions, the dialogue, I was really impressed with the writing, where it's these things of like, hey, so can I call over this girl and she's gonna stay at the house, and then it's him just being like, yes.
Caught
And
off guard, like, why are you asking me?
No, and it's like the way he says yes and those inflections and the way the inflections change as the story goes on. I think that can be done in theater. I think
for sure.
those things, and just the way he really does play the gray square, being like, I just want to get past this. Whatever we need to do to just get to the next step, let's just do that. You know,
It's really it's relatively contained. So I think that's why you feel that.
That's good,
I
that's
think in
good.
terms of a play, I think that's what a play has to be, right? It can take place in 10 locations as long as they're all manageable locations that you can actually.
But I'm thinking
have a
about like all
conversation.
those little. Sorry.
all the little.
Sorry, I just got excited.
Walking into the room,
Just got excited because my favorite my favorite boy,
the homie, the one and only.
Austin Young. His
Austin.
presence.
Yeah, do it for the camera
Hey,
though,
what's
please.
up?
Mr. Young just walked into the room, which is great because he too has been wanting to talk about this film for a long time.
True,
So
true.
going to be excited to get his rating, his take.
No, but what I'm saying is that those little in this film,
The subtleties in the
not only the
performance.
subtleties, but how long they leave it, so you could,
Yes.
so you
Yeah,
can
the
let the
linger
audience.
on.
I don't think that could be pulled off with a.
I think so. I think it depends on the
They
role.
Really, that's interesting because that was my main question. Like, can this be pulled off in a play with all the?
I think also just there's other ways you would express the same emotion, right? Because let's say if the emotion is like repressed anger, there's a way to express that loudly, and then there's a way to express that quietly. And I
Sure.
think in a theater, you would find the balance for theater, and here you're finding the balance for film, but it works so well for film, you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay,
I
I
mean,
agree.
there's tons to go about that. I mean, it just depends on. Sure, you're supposed to project more in theater. You're supposed to kind of, but there's. I think that was a limitation for theater in technically, technology wise, for a long time. Now you don't have to be so subtle in theater. You do have to project and be a little more animated in the sense of understanding that you're in the room with thousands, hundreds of people.
Right.
And that's what film captures beautifully, right? We can get a close up in
Exactly,
film. We can get a little more intimate. But I think the right play, I think the right dialogue, I think the right play can be just as intimate as a great film.
I mean, I'd be down for it.
But yeah, no, I think Manchester by the Sea, I mean, it's coming from a playwright. So I think it's very intentionally
Interesting. I didn't.
trying to have that. But I think he too probably realized he had only directed 2 films before this film. So I think he too realized like this film will be limited by a play, maybe. So we have to make a film out of this.
okay, see?
Maybe that's. I mean,
Here's my next
everything
question.
from the fire to the performances to everything. I mean, everything.
Because obviously his film got a best actor for his actor. He should have gone somewhere. What else has he done?
He won best screenplay this year, if I'm not mistaken.
This year?
Yeah, best. The year that this film won, he was nominated for directing, but he won best original screenplay, along with Casey Affleck winning best actor.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is like they never do anything else unless you're Marty Scorsese or somebody. But did he do anything else afterwards?
After this, yeah, he continued to direct some stuff, but he went back to plays. I mean, he's still
okay,
very
that makes
much
sense.
a playwright.
I think he just explored what he needed to in film,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and that's admirable. I mean,
fascinating.
that's like a jack of all trades, really knowing what they're doing. I mean, like, let's face it, we just got the announcement that Steven Spielberg is an EGOT officially, right? And
What's
I mean,
it-
that's
what's an
kind of
EGOT?
cheating.
What's an EGOT?
He's kind of EGOT cheating. Like an EGOT is people who receive an Emmy, a Grammy, a Tony,
Oh, like a
and an
triple
Oscar.
crown type.
Or
Okay.
quadruple, right?
Quadruple crown.
And there's the occasional person who also gets like a Pulitzer in addition to that or whatever. But Spielberg technically has all 4 of those. Damn. But it's kind of cheating. He got the Grammy, which was the last one he needed to get because of was it West Side Story?
West Side Story.
Or one of the plays, just one of his films that got turned into a play. Has credit on the record.
Oh wow! So that's why it was.
So that's why he's an EGOT. And someone like Kenny Lonergan, who's very successful in the play world and theater, and very successful in film, it's a rarity, man. It's super rare. Rick and I were talking recently about Lin-Manuel Miranda and how like we both really enjoyed. I love Tick Tick Boom, but Lin-Manuel Miranda obviously has massive success in plays, but can do a thing or two in film as well. So. It's rare. It's super rare to have that.
He's somebody I'm waiting to see what the next thing's going to be.
I agree. To my knowledge, one of the big things he's been working on is this play about Puerto Rican baseball players in the 40s.
That's where the best ones come from. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But he's talking about that, but he's also exploring other film projects. He's obviously composed a million things for Disney and other films, but... in his lifetime, Lin-Manuel Miranda will be an EGOT, but a deserved EGOT. Somebody who actually explored each form.
He was in each of those.
Yeah. It very involved. I'm not saying Spielberg.
Yeah, you hearing this?
Well, come on, man. I mean, Spielberg's a filmmaker. He's not anything else, and he's not trying to be anything else. So... Anyways, I bring that up because Kenny Lonergan... I mean, hey, shit,
Steven Spielberg, comment Steven Spielberg.
Comment Steven Spielberg right
Tag his
now.
ass. No, but honestly, I think Kenny Lonergan has that going for him. I click on his IMDb, Rick. I don't know that he did a ton of other stuff.
No, that's why I kind of...
in film, yet. But I think he's just kind of going to revisit film when he needs to, and that's very admirable, too.
Quick question. Do you want to knock out what we've watched, or are we just going to do that for the end?
I mean...
Yeah, real quick, because I'm actually interested in what you guys have caught, because we're coming into Oscar month.
Sure.
I caught Hands.
You got Hands? Well, you look good, so that guy must have been...
You should have seen the other guy.
It's a girl.
What have you watched, Delo?
Meg and I...
Oh, that's nice.
Why did you look surprised? Like, who is she? He's like, no.
Where is she?
Meg and I watched Iron Lung, which was very interesting.
I've been hearing a lot. What is it? What is it?
So Markiplier is a gamer, streamer, and he fell in love with this franchise, or not franchise. It's just a game called Iron Lung. Iron Lung, the quick premise, I don't think it's spoiling anything. It revolves around a silent rapture where most of the stars in the sky and people disappeared. They were raptured. Oh yes. All that's left is like one kind of like star that has a sea. It's only sea of blood. So these people go there hoping to find an answer to something, but these are the people left behind by the rapture. What's interesting about the film is that it's a one-location film, which is very similar to the game, where you play a prisoner who is basically locked in a submarine to go into the blood ocean and look around. And that's all it is.
The kind of peeling back the curtain about it, it's a bit of a celebration for both indie games, because this guy developed the game was developed in an indie studio. And the film itself was like crowdfunded for the most part.
Oh, that's cool.
What's cool about it,
like
on top of that, for people like us, is it's an Austin, Texas film.
Nice.
Shot in Austin, Texas, directed by a dude from Texas, and it made fucking like $50 million. So like it made its budget back and then some.
And like normally a lot of these like famous YouTubers or streamers who make a feature film, they'll make it.
They phone it in.
Yeah, it's not authentic. It's kind of whack, but this one, it's a passionate gamer. He brought the person who made the game because he thought it was an interesting story. So when you watch it, it's just like very authentic to the game subject matter, but then he put his own spin on it, and surprisingly, as an actor, it's a one-person, one-location film.
Whoa!
So
I'm liking.
Yeah, so surprisingly, he did a good job. Like, you really got involved in it, and even Meg was telling me, like, after the screening, she was like, "Oh man, I was so claustrophobic," because they did a good job for the visuals to make it feel like, oh man, it's a dude trapped in a submarine that could break at any second. Like, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was folded into the submarine, so he's like telling the story. I would recommend you watching the video of him playing the game first.
Yeah.
And like, okay, because I
Oh,
I
dude.
didn't know anything.
And the game has like what is it called? Lethal Company graphics. It's
That's
so
what it feels.
yeah, it's so like
That's what I'm getting from the trailer.
cheesy and kind of like it's low quality, but it's a good like little horror game. But yeah, no, that was fun. A lot of people are saying like, oh man, for all the money and everything that it made, like I'm surprised it's not getting like bigger buzz. But I don't think his goal right now is to be a big filmmaker. I think it's just to make a fun movie.
But the
And-
buzz is there though.
Yeah, no,
I've
it
heard
is
about
there.
Good for
It's
him.
just
For sure.
like
It's a big deal.
I'm not gonna say that this should be triumphing over anything else. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's funny.
I'd say, I mean, again, I'll just like keep harping on it because it's important, but this is just a big deal for Texas filmmakers. For something like this to make money on an independent level, in addition
That's-
to a Texas filmmaker currently being nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's just a big deal with the tax incentives just being passed for us.
Talk about being proud.
Filmmakers getting some recognition there, so it's a big deal, man. So
No,
good for
no,
him.
it
The
was-
fact that this got made, good for him.
So the thing is, right now, super quick, the backlash he's having is that Hollywood, you know, has their list of how much money they're making.
Right?
He got taken off the list because he beat up Melania and all those the other movies that were coming out. So he's making bank, but also it's because his fandom se movió, and they were requesting the movie to come all the way out here to El Paso, California.
Yeah,
New
it was one of
York,
those
and-
things
yeah.
where I mean, if you look into the story, he was just saying, "I'm gonna do a small little premiere for the
Yeah.
people who worked on it and all that," and then it blew up to be this like independently distributed, like hundreds of theaters, thousands of
Right.
theaters, you know. But yeah,
Great.
fun film.
I mean,
Where'd you
it's
watch it?
good.
Theaters or Netflix?
Yeah, I went to Cinemark because Alamo's no longer.
Let's give a 2-second quiet for Alamo.
So it's gone.
Alamo Draft House, with just
But
the
it's-
sudden news of it.
It's being rebranded, right? It's not
It's-
closing down.
Is it going to become a Flix?
The
It was sold,
location,
yeah.
the location, sure. The skeleton of it is going to be the same location, but Alamo Draft House in El Paso is no more.
I thought it was going to be rebranded. Like it's not going to
Into
be
a
called,
Flicks Brew House.
but it's still going to be Flix.
Well, it's
Flicks
still going to
is-
be a
Flicks is
theater. It's still
different-
going to be a theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
but
what you're saying,
Flicks
like-
is a different animal altogether.
Yeah,
Flicks
yeah.
is not the carefully curated
Right.
Yeah.
cinema for cinema lovers.
It's just another.
It's just another
No, and
theater
I mean,
chain.
I remember even I think I like texted the guys when the news went down. Alamo was already going to be going through a change where the new CEO says, "Hey, instead of doing little paper things, we'll go to like the phones."
Mobile.
And it's like we're going to use phones to add to a distraction-free environment. and it's like,
True,
dude,
true.
isn't that the whole
Which
point?
is Flicks, by the way. Flicks has been doing that for years.
Damn.
But I mean, I hated it. I remember when
Yeah.
I was there and I was like trying to order. I mean, and then it just
So an actual moment of silence for a cinema we love to like. Everybody was like, I mean, I've seen
Oscar.
Yeah, I've
Oscar?
seen people on social media, like avid moviegoers, being like, "What the hell's going on?" Like, everybody was thrown by this.
It's some people don't understand.
But are mourning, truly mourning. No more Alamo Draft House in El Paso. So, sad day in cinematic history for El
Also,
Paso.
because some people had annual passes and everything.
Well,
this
Me,
guy-
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the thing.
yeah,
they
they were.
yeah, they're
did.
refunding it.
You got an email.
Yeah.
Also Bud Corp.
But moving on to kind of like the other stuff that we've seen, I mentioned Texas filmmakers too, because speaking of a Texas filmmaker, the film I saw was one of the films we'll talk about in more detail. I got to see Train Dreams finally,
Oh,
and
an Oscar nomination.
an Oscar nominee.
Were you whelmed?
I was whelmed. I was underwhelmed for the first act, and then I kind of just felt like, what's going on? What are we doing with this? What are we doing this? And then just I don't know, it just kind of felt like I'd seen this before, and it just kind of hit weird. And then it hit like this like beautiful montage of just like a bunch of, and then you start realizing like the changing times, and you start growing with this character, and you feel with him, you sympathize with him for sure. But I don't think there's much of a character there. I think it's all story, and I think it's
more story.
It's this kind of bird's eye view in a sense of just the exploration. It's a meditation on grief. Ultimately, similar to the film we're covering today, it's a meditation on grief, and it's a very beautiful meditation on grief. But you almost don't get what you need from the story until he meets a specific person in the third act, and it's good, man. I mean, it's good. It's a great film. It's very beautiful. It's the cinematography. I was telling the law definitely second contender for me to win cinematography this year. But
It's up there. Huh?
outside of that, I just the juice wasn't there for me.
I think the big thing is felt like you'd seen it in other things. I mean,
And I think it was just these brief glimpses, right? And it's meant to be these brief glimpses of grief all across the board, of grief, of somebody losing their lives and somebody having to process that. And I'm not just talking about the main characters and stuff like that. I'm talking about all the side characters, William H. Macy's character and how they deal with that grief, and just different situations in terms of grief. And I think it's a beautiful exploration in grief. I just don't know that.
I loved William H. Macy's character.
That's great.
Oh yeah. Especially
Salty.
like when they first introduce him and he's like on the tree, like babbling away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the
No,
old man with all the legends.
He did a
and
good job. It it takes you out of William H. Macy. He's a good character. But I don't know that there's a ton of character in this. I think that was just my gripe with it. I think it was just like intended to be this moment in time and capture this moment in time and how someone dealt with the grief between this time period and this time period and what it meant. I like the end shot a lot. I like that. And we just saw it on here. Hey, William H. Macy. But yeah, it deserves to be on the list, but it's not going to win anything. It's just there's just other films that I think to me hit a lot harder.
So why do you think they chose this one out?
No,
of
I mean it's deservedly
It's got a lot
so.
to say. Technically, it just does so much. I mean, we're talking about a short right now and how we need to go and test out the way the camera is affected by like sunlight.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way you see these people play in evenings and
Yeah.
daytimes and
Again,
sunsets
the
and all that kind of stuff.
cinematography's there,
Like
for sure.
you can tell that there's a huge technical challenge and they were able to like overcome all that.
Nice.
We're going to talk about it more for our big episode, so stay tuned for that. But yeah.
It's to me, it's the same feeling you get by going to a museum and really studying what story each painting is saying.
Oh,
Outside of that, the paintings
That's an
can't talk to you.
Very good.
You know what I'm saying?
Roger Ebert on his website, I think they put that the review was it's not watching a film, it's breathing. And I thought that was a very interesting way to kind of like phrase it. But it's because you're not really experiencing some person going, how do I phrase it? You're just experiencing the emotion. You're sitting
Yeah.
in it. And I think you're meant to watch the film and at all times be very reflective. And it's there is a bit of a breathing. You're almost like taking a sad hike. Yeah. I'd like to talk.
And it's not a
describe
plot
that.
film either. It's definitely not a plot film, but it's just seeing this a day in the life, vignettes of somebody going through grief. That's really like vignettes of somebody going through each part of grief. And it's a great meditation on it. It's just one of those things
I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
where again, like it's like Joel Edgerton, man. I think he's nominated for an Oscar for this film, and
I'm trying to think of
I
a
don't
movie
know
that I
that-
liked him a lot. He's done a lot of good stuff.
yeah, absolutely. Cinematography, music, motion picture, and screenplay. Oh, he didn't get nominated. Okay, good. He's a good actor who I thought was underutilized in something like this. I thought it was. I just don't think.
Oh,
there's,
yeah,
I don't think there's character there. I don't think there's any character
No,
there.
yeah, he's just quiet. But I mean,
Oh,
But
The
that's part of
Gift.
it.
I
That's the
remember The Gift.
depiction, right? It's.
I felt like if you had made them too very similar, like this film, if you make them too loud, then you're more focused on what that character is like, as opposed to letting yourself
live in
sit
the
in their
world.
shoes. Yeah. And I felt like the whole time when I was watching the film, I just sat in his shoes. You know, when he was confused, I was confused. When he was sad, I was sad. And I think that's really special. But
What really salvaged the film for me was, again, ultimately the voiceover getting into the third act. That last shot for me saved the entire film for me. Like, because I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is interesting. It is trying to communicate a lot. When it got to that last shot, it's this kind of great. It's endings I like in films, endings I even incorporate in my own work in a sense now. I call them the Coen brothers endings for things like
and the world spins on.
yeah, and the world spins on, and that's it. And that's kind of like, and that's like what they're trying to say is like, yeah, well, you just went through the journey with this dude, and he's just part of the earth again. Like, there's like
I don't
just
like
kind
those type
of
of
just kind of
endings,
keep
though.
going. Like, it's good. It's just
I want somebody to die.
it's
I
not
want
for everyone. But I liked it. I liked it. It's definitely meant to be this conversation piece and this kind of. I think it's like an art piece. I think it's something to look at on the wall and kind of be reflective about what it's doing for you. But you can't have a ton of. I don't think you can have a ton of dialogue with it. But that's just where I sit with it. So
Yeah.
it's a good film.
Yeah.
Me, you guys are gonna get mad at me. I started watching, and there's a reason why I stopped. Marty Supreme. I think it got overhyped for me. I was expecting this big leap from Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, Chapolin.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna take like this giant leap, and it's good. He's really good on it. Gwyneth Paltrow is really good.
Do you feel like he played himself?
No, I just think the story is very predictable. Like I've seen this type of story.
There's a weird feeling. Yeah, I think you've seen Safdie films now, right?
Probably that's
You don't
what it
think
is.
he's grown from something like from this to his previous?
From what? Because now don't put Dune there. Don't put Dune.
No,
Get
we're
mad
talking
at
about
Like
Bob
Bob
Dylan.
Dylan?
Yeah,
I mean,
Bob
a
Dylan
complete
last year.
unknown.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, you thought it was just.
He's good, but
Oh, you think
I
he's
just-
plateauing as an actor?
I'm gonna go this far. I think the writing held him back.
Oh wow,
His
that's
character, the
interesting.
writing.
Sure.
I know the whole story is good, and it's a true. It's based on a true story or inspired by one. Yeah, right.
It's loosely inspired by the person, but
yeah, but I just man, I'm so sorry, guys.
Just watch it, finish it, and then we'll have this
by the way,
conversation on our Oscar
it's
films.
not spoiling anything, but I don't know if one of you guys sent it or I just like stumbled upon it. But apparently, for his character where he wears the glasses, he had him do like -6 prescription contacts.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
and then like -10 or +10 just to like flip him around so he could have that experience of actually
Yeah.
being like blind.
I think it's it's as kinetic as a Safdie film is going to be, but I think it's a great film. I do think by the time you get to the end, you're like, you see the arc,
Yeah. The ending is one of those that
and you won't accept the arc.
Oh my god.
You won't
That's
accept
right.
the arc.
The ending has the biggest punch, and that's what's so redeeming about the film because for the whole
Okay.
part you'll feel like, okay, like where are we really going? And then it finishes, and when it finishes, like
Just like any Safdie film, but and by the way, no spoilers because it doesn't end the same way. I promise you.
Right.
But fucking Uncut Gems, it's not until Sandler gets shot that you're like, holy fucking shit! Like that's how it ends. Like
That's
that's,
what I
where
was
we're
expecting.
at. No, you're not really gonna get that same kind of punch. But
Sandler gets shot.
oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah,
brother.
spoiler. He hasn't seen it.
Brother, Uncut Gems is good. It's intense. It makes you feel
Sorry,
uncomfortable.
but he'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
He doesn't die. So
Yeah, he doesn't.
But anyways, you guys watch anything worth noting back there? Well, Iron Lung. I know he kind of covered Iron Lung, but yeah.
The hell?
How to Train Your Dragon, the live action?
There's a live action?
You did not know.
Oh wait, talking to the mic over there, and wait. While you're doing that, I'm gonna correct the camera.
What camera? Oh, great. What happened there? The fuck is going on?
We're getting a view of
So-
our setup.
So we watched How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. Pretty good. We liked it. It's a really good movie.
98.
That's my dad's favorite movie. That's the one that he doesn't fall asleep to.
Your
so
dad has a lot of favorite movies, like Avatar. Your dad's got a
It's
ton
my
of favorite movies,
My
Meg.
parents are the type of
Each
Mexican
week
are
he
like,
has
¿vemos una película? Ah, sí, el domingo. You
Sorry.
know, vemos una película. And I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. They're more cinephiles than I am, bro. So it's like, oh, okay.
Very cool. Rick Austin.
Ricky Austin.
What'd you watch? Your mother. Next question.
I watched that too, dude.
Damn, I've seen that twice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, afterwards we're gonna fight. If you guys want to hang back, are we gonna make out after fight too? Yeah, of course.
But we keep our socks
like
on,
every
right?
fight, of course. I watched a couple films. I watched Friendship, the one with Tim Robinson.
Oh,
the one
man,
we talked about
fuck.
recently.
What
I
you
watched that
think?
one.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It's
I'm a big Tim Robinson fan. Love
Same.
Everything he does.
That film was fucking
was-
weird.
It didn't go the direction you thought it was
Yeah.
going.
Paul Rudd in that
It's
thing.
like
It's
someone thinking
fucking.
someone's joking, and at the end you're like, they're not joking.
They're
are
not
they?
joking.
They're
This
just-
is that. Yeah.
This is really what it is.
Yeah. I keep telling the law he'd fucking love that film.
I don't think he would.
I think he would. I think he would actually really like it.
Did you ever watch a Dream Scenario with
Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage? Yeah, it's so,
Where he keeps appearing on people's dreams?
yeah.
No, I haven't seen that one.
That one's awkward and that
Same?
one's weird. Yeah, it's because it's somebody who keeps popping into people's dreams and he wants nothing more than to be a somebody, but he's not. He's not anybody, and it's just weird, that clash of things. Cool film, but it's
Nice.
weird.
What else did you watch, Rick? Anything else?
Eddington also.
Oh, what'd you think?
Are you mad because it wasn't
Did
nominated?
it take you back?
No, it was. I don't like films with an agenda. So in the beginning, I was kind of like,
like the
shit.
political.
And then I
I'm with
loved
you.
it. At some point, you realize, oh shit, it's not. And then the entire ending, I was like,
Yeah. I think everybody felt that.
Yeah.
Well, Ari Aster's a nice dude, though.
Yeah, he's
If
cool.
that helps anybody.
oh, he's a great filmmaker. Absolutely, he made such a good film.
He came to the
It
Alamo.
wasn't for me. And then we showed my kids Miss Doubtfire and
Oh, good.
Nice.
both Ace Venturas. I've been meaning to tell you for a long time. My son is a big Jim Carrey.
You
fan,
skipped the
bro.
first part, right? With the boobies. And my mom always used to skip that part.
Which one?
The girl
Oh,
where,
okay, you
where
weren't
he's
watching-
hanging on it and ooh, the girl goes down on him. No? No? Okay.
Ace Ventura?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
When he returns the dog to her.
Oh, yeah. It's like the opening montage, no?
It's
Where
after the opening montage.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
he goes to that guy and steals it and goes to the ex-wife. And
Yeah.
we kind of.
And
I've
you
never
had
seen-
to deal with my man's being a man in the end.
Which
The woman.
Oh yeah. That one also we had to kind of like.
Finkel is a man?
Yeah.
We had to kind of
Ace Ventura was good.
Yeah.
He's a man. I've never seen it.
Ace Ventura?
I've never seen it.
I can't help you there, buddy. It's like 20 years
Right
old.
after Sandler gets shot, they discovered that I'm horny than that.
That's cool, man. But they liked it. They liked
they
Mrs.
really
Doubtfire,
liked it.
especially.
Mrs.
Those are the
Doubtfire.
films
Mrs.
you grew up
Doubtfire.
on, man.
Yeah,
Wish you want me to ruin the end of The Chosen for you?
The Chosen.
Oh man, that's a funny story.
Jeez. Bringing it
The ending
back.
of The Chosen is a funny story.
No, when I first met Abe, it was at the premiere for One Battle After Another, and then I remember before we were gonna work with him, Francisco's like, "Oh, this is gonna be the cinematographer. Do you want to meet him?" And then I was like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." And then I said, "Hey, I know everybody's probably asking you, but how does it end?" And then he just looked at me like annoyed, and then the movie started like in comedic timing, and
I'm glad you did it, bro. It's cool. I love that.
Yeah. He looked at you the way Matthew Broderick looks at Louis in the episode where he's directing him.
Dude, I just saw that one.
It's great, right? Where he's just like,
Let's go again.
let's go again.
Stop. Your father just died.
No, that wasn't it. No. Oh, this is great. Yeah.
I've never tried Louis.
Dude, you need to try Louis. It's so great.
Yeah, I saw you on one of those late night shows. Really fun. Thanks. This is
Where are your friends tonight? I don't know.
Thank you.
You should call that girl Sandy. See if she'll come over. No,
Sorry, we have a bit of a technical difficulty here.
Sure.
Can I just ask you a question? Am I one of the Jews? Am I one of the? I'll see you out there. Okay.
That's how Abe looked at you like,
I'll see you out there.
I'll see you out there.
Wait,
Anyways.
what was that question? What?
It's the whole thing, dude. They're making a Godfather remake with Jewish,
Only Jews.
with only Jews. It's just the thing, dude. It's
and his
just
agent just died or
yeah,
something?
and he's like, that's the only reason he said yes to the part and shit. It's so funny, dude.
Welcome to the Tower. Cat.
We're bringing it back to Manchester by the Sea. Manchester by the Sea. We got to talk about this
Great
film.
comedy.
I want to hear ratings.
Where we at? Where we starting? You
Oh,
tell
wait,
us,
wait.
Playboy.
What's
No, wait. We just wasted half an hour.
No, I just want to I want to get Meg's rating in a bit because she had an interesting thought, but we'll just go naturally and then I'll.
No, yeah, we can start with Meg.
Yeah.
Hit me with it,
Well,
Meg.
no,
Was it boring? Was it everything
Be
you
honest.
thought?
You're not gonna hurt our feelings. I just feel like you had a
No,
very.
I will admit, I locked in the ending. The ending was just like, oh,
Got
damn
him.
it.
Got one.
But you
Nice.
got me in the beginning where it was jumping around. I was like, wait, what's going on? So I was like losing kind of interest, and I was like on my phone. But then I was like, okay, something's good.
Well, see,
And-
the first problem is you were on your phone.
Yeah, I know.
That's where we
I know,
start.
but here's the thing. I was getting so like, wait, you're throwing so much information, so I would be like coming like
Overwhelmed.
a little overwhelmed.
Did you
But
have
then-
trouble at the beginning connecting with the main character?
A little, because I'm like, okay, why are we talking about this guy? Why is this guy important? So I was like looking at it. I was like,
You couldn't already
Okay.
suspect something happened, something tragic happened.
No, I thought he was like a famous hockey player. I don't know why.
Okay.
So when he was saying, oh, it's Lee,
He
they're
has,
like,
he has a
oh,
reputation, right?
Yeah, he has a reputation. I was like, oh, maybe he's a hockey player. But then I locked in when was in the middle where it's like, oh yeah, like I killed my kids because I was I was not responsible for them, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
So I dropped my phone somewhere and I was like, oh god, oh god. I was like, ah.
No, and then I feel
That
like
hurt.
all those moments later on make sense when
Yeah.
he's at the bar at the beginning, like we're seeing the scene now, and then he's like super agitated by everybody, and then he's like, "Hey, why were you looking at me?" and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, but at first you're thinking like, "Are you just a dick? Like, why are
Right.
you so
Yeah.
angry?" And then for later on, it's like, "Oh, because
Yeah.
people have been like that to you."
It's like a movie. My rating would be an 8.5.
Nice. Hey,
Because I need to watch it again. so I would be
8.5.
Like,
we're still friends. Cool.
Because I locked in at the end. I was like, oh, man.
But
I saw everybody
hurt.
locked in.
What
I saw everybody locked
point
in.
specifically were you referring to?
No, I just
Meg
felt
had.
no. I was really surprised that early on, she was like, and she said, "Oh, don't tell the guys." But I thought it was interesting that she was like, I was getting bored, and she just wasn't connecting with it. And I felt like on the flip, I didn't know if it was an age thing or me like seeing a guy on screen going through guy emotions. I don't know, but I very quickly I felt everything, and I was so in parallel, after burning down my own house, as you guys all know. It's really sad. Miss my dog.
No.
Jeez.
What? I miss him. I had a dog.
You did. Good old Danny boy.
Good old Danny boy. But I felt a lot of the parallels there, and as far as like being repressed and struggling, and so very quickly, I mean, I didn't have that feeling, but I didn't know what it was about the movie that got me there so fast.
Nice.
So then the fact that you were like, you're bored, I was really interested at like, I wonder what's causing the disconnect. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's in the storytelling, is it in the script, is it in the visuals? Because that's, I think what happens with movies is that if one aspect is a little weak, something pulls you away from it. Then, and I feel like somebody told me once, what makes a movie a bad movie compared to like a good movie is not that they weren't trying or they didn't have the right budget. It's when the audience feels like I'm wasting my time here.
But
like,
you don't think it was anything to do with pace?
not for me. That's where I was just fascinated to say, like, did you feel like visually it wasn't doing anything or story-wise it wasn't doing anything? Like at the beginning, that portion when you were feeling kind of bored, what is it about the movie that just wasn't getting you there?
It was like the jumping scenes because it left me questioning like why does he have a reputation, who is he? So but it started telling me towards the middle of the movie, I was like, this is what he did, this is his reputation, and this is what he's going through, and I was like, that makes sense.
I
What
gotta
Kill Bill. Kill Bill did.
poorly. I'm on the complete opposite end of that spectrum, I have to admit. And I'm, granted, this is like my 10th time seeing this fucking movie.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But
You watched more than mine.
I like that a lot. I like how like masterfully it's crafted in jumping between timelines.
Yeah, you know the first thing I thought? Like, I love you, Villa, but I was like, fuck Villa. He said that you can't do this. He's
Throw
like,
some shade at a guy who's
I'm
not here.
learning
Hey, yeah,
about
fuck
film,
him.
and he tells me you can't do this, and then
Yeah.
I see this, and it's
Flashbacks.
perfect.
Yeah, but it's crafted in a way that, A, you're not supposed to feel it initially. It's supposed to be subtle to where you think the dude's probably just bipolar or something because you're like, he's super sad in this scene, and then we cut and he's talking to he's super happy in this scene. And then we see the brother is dead, and that's why he's here. But wait, the reveal of the cancer diagnosis. I mean, I think it's beautifully crafted. I think this is like one of the most perfect examples of jumping between
Yeah.
timelines without being so on the
Agreed.
nose about it.
Yeah.
Or putting
It-
a cheesy title card back to not last year May or whatever.
no.
It's I think it's kind of beautifully crafted that way. And it didn't do it through looks. It didn't do it through he looks younger or he's clean shaven. It's so hard to do this.
True.
It's so hard. You understand how hard it is to do this cinematically, to bounce between timelines. And it's disruptive. It is, especially when you're like, whoa, he's kind of happy here. Or, hey, wasn't he doing this? And now he's with his wife and kids. Like, but I think it's just an amalgamation of the grief. You revisit the timelines in
after,
your
like, the
head.
third time, you're like,
and you keep revisiting the
I
timelines in
understand.
your head. And that's how you deal with grief. And
And you see the difference between how he is after the incident and before.
And what he used
you
to be.
can visually see how
Yeah.
bright and
Yeah.
poppy he is. And then
there's a
he's
line
miserable.
very quickly, like in Train Dreams, that because again, there's similar themes. In Train Dreams, he says like, I feel like that just happened to somebody else. That's what he says in Train Dreams. And in essence, it's true that you were a different person when that happened to you, and now you're a different person. So I think it covers that beautifully. I really do. I think Manchester by the Sea, Train Dreams, they kind of cover that beautifully. What is your rating?
You want to go that way?
Oh,
I don't know. It's up to him. Oh, Austin's next.
I haven't seen it in years, so.
You haven't seen it in
Well,
years.
you guys gave your 2 cents. What are your ratings? Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, catch us next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, but I like that you kind of like you don't know.
We've talked about this before, and I think we've gotten really good just because we've done so many episodes, almost 200. That you want to watch a film, but you don't want your initial reaction to just be like, "Oh, it was perfect. Everything happened so well, and it was so balanced,
You gotta
and
live with it.
it's a 10 out of 10." Like, I really do feel like it's one of those things that it lives at a 9 because it does so many things well. And whenever I rate anything a 9, I think it's because it can be a textbook chapter for somebody studying different aspects in film. You were talking about
Timestamp.
you were talking about like acting, and I mean, I can absolutely see why he won best actor that year. I mean, because God, there is such a range you're going through. And when it comes to like the cinematography and being able to sit there in the subtle moments and just let it sit there.
And it's not heavy-handed. It's
not-
heavy-handed in its emotion, which is where it's supposed to be.
Right.
That's the biggest
But in
thing.
the acting,
I feel like music can either make or break a film because if it plays music too much, then it's trying to like remind you we're sad, we're so sad, we're angry, we're passionate. Like those are so annoying, and you see a lot of like people do it where they'll throw in a song because they feel like, oh, we can hide in the moment, but it's like, no, if you have a skilled actor, skilled team around you, just let the moment play and breathe with it there, and everybody will connect. And in every beat, every moment, I felt like I was just connecting. I could feel it, and the sound design, incredible. The fact that like in even the quiet moments, it was so loud, and I don't know if that was the speakers.
it's uncomfortably loud. It's
added.
being in your own mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how the silence inside
love
your
these guys.
mind.
I love
even
these guys.
like when the music's playing and it's this operatic kind of thing and he's at the church, but then the kid next to him, like the phone starts buzzing and then he can't get it fast enough and it breaks you out of that. And it's like in a moment where he's trying to, you can't even process your grief at the funeral because there's too many distractions. There's too many thoughts in your head.
This film highlights pretty greatly how crass death is, how crass grief is. Like I think about the moment where they're putting the wife in the ambulance and they're struggling with the gurney.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then again, the crassness of seeing the daughters in the body bags and stuff like that. Yeah. Because that's how life is. It's not
That
pretty.
happened to me when I broke my leg.
Yeah.
They couldn't put me on the chair, and like they kept struggling with it. And my dad was like,
The desperation, yeah. And
that was-
again,
I
in a
felt it.
situation like this, movies show you that death is either beautiful or is totally sad, and you have to do this and you have to do that. And that's not how life works. Life is going to randomize itself however it needs to be, and it doesn't care for your convenience.
And in
Also,
those
the absurdity of life. The
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
that you can have kids one day. He literally went to the store, came back without a family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the absurdity is shown in these professionals who can't even do their job at the most delicate
Yeah.
time.
and
Ridiculous.
the fact that like when you're sitting in those emotions, by the way, before I continue the notion, 9.3 is where I'm sitting right now.
oh wow.
But in times when I feel like with him, you just like want to sit in the emotion, and you sometimes you do want to just process what happened, and every time you just want to feel it. And again, all the little absurd, abstract moments that you're never allowed to have that poetic silence just to go through it.
sure.
And super, super interesting. I mean, great on all ends, story wise, everything.
Did you find it interesting that usually the tragic is toward the end, but there was 2 tragedies, one in the beginning and one in the middle. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that develops the story, right? It unravels itself early on to give you nothing but character.
Exactly.
Give you nothing but character development in a way that I don't know. It's probably humanly impossible to keep further developing when you go through something as traumatic as this. But that's kind of the point of him is like he's faced with this situation where whether he likes it or not, he's an adult and he has to look out for his nephew now and he has to figure out what's best for him. He understands that he's not in a place in his life where he can take care of another human being. He's barely trying to take care of himself.
So let me ask you guys, because I interpret it in my own way. What do you think he meant when he says, I can't beat it?
I think that's exactly what he means. He's his depression, his grief, the overwhelming sensation of that.
So is it him, how do you say it, accepting his regret?
No, it's accepting his grief. It's accepting where he's at in his grief journey.
Because they even show where he's giving it an earnest try to get a job in the same city. Yeah. And then that girl coming up and saying, I don't want to see him around here ever again. And it shows that like even if he's trying to do everything right, he's just he hasn't been able to beat the stigma, the depression, his own like PTSD, like the way that like that little fire started up, and you see him panicking. And I was wondering if we were gonna sit in that scene longer, but no, it's the panic to show that every time he's even around like fire, like now he's thinking of, I'm burning the kids and all that kind of stuff. And you could see he's going through so much. So when he says I can't beat it,
that's where it got me.
That's too overwhelming right now. It's completely overwhelming. It's enveloping him.
And I think he wants to be better. He just can't be.
Yeah, he stepped away from this town, from this situation entirely to try to just live as a normal human being and work and eat and like that's all he can do to function right now. But to add more on top of that, like more grief, like the death of his brother,
his ex-wife still being around, and she
that was the most fucked up thing
forward.
about the movie.
No,
it's kind of the beautiful thing. It's what she says.
The wife should know
what
better.
She says. No, it's what she says. What she says is, you can't just die. Because that's where he's at in his. That's where he was before having to take care of his nephew. Was like, I have no purpose anymore. I'm just gonna live out my days till I die. That's all I'm gonna do now. That's all I got. And then he had to step up to the plate and say, hey, and found some enjoyment. You mentioned the smile. The first time we saw the smile, he found humanity again.
Yeah,
he didn't find the blurb of life of just like dying. And to think, look at his brother. His brother's kind of full of life and was always partying with him and hanging with him. And he's the dude who got hit with, hey, you got like 5 to 10 years left, maybe. So tough shit. And he's not the one that went through this traumatic situation, you know. I bet you his character wishes, I wish I would have died to a disease in 10 years because fuck it.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing the entire time, right? Was I want to get into random fights because I deserve this shit. I want to get beat up by life.
It's almost like he feels guilty.
Yeah.
Right?
He's battling the anguish and guilt, and I think that by him accepting like I can't beat it is because I'm still just living through it. You can't get over this. And you're gonna be
living through it. Yeah.
And that's an arc for him to go 100%. Through. Like
that's why I like it so much. It's just not the happy ending.
Very, very
Carlos, the rating after all that.
Yeah, I think I'm similar to you. I'm somewhere at a 9.2. I think again, this film got me from early on, and it was just always such a heavy topic. And if you know me personally, you know I'm not the greatest when it comes to death and grief, and I just don't process that emotion properly, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an asshole when it comes to it. I kind of just like brush it off and close my mind off to it and accept it for what it is, which is just to me in my head a part of life. So to live inside an emotion like this it's a pretty big mirror.
Agreed.
And I think that what I like cinematically about this film is that it's this combination between something like, you know, Inside Llewyn Davis meets like a Wim Wenders film, like Perfect Days. It's a day in the life of somebody experiencing grief. That's the best way to sell this film. And it's all the mundane shit. It's him having to deal with his brother's funeral and what happens to the estate, and it's all the mundane shit. But while dealing with your own grief, while dealing with the death you had already experienced and haven't quite gotten over,
like I think the very real thing that you see at the hospital scene, like right after it happens, like the passing, or it's kind of like, well, what's the procedure? And just the way it's like everybody's trying to say it's okay, whatever you need, like we're here for you and all that kind of stuff. But it's like you still have to go through the logistics and
because he just went through it on almost like on a bigger quote unquote scale. his brother's death they were expecting, and I think that's what they were
They
trying to
mentioned
line
it,
it
yeah.
up to. But I think getting to his brother's death, it's like, well, I already went through the worst, man. How else are you going to hurt me in life? Like now, instead of living inside the grief for his brother, he's just trying to get past it. He's just like, okay, what's next? I got to call food and I got to take
You
care
don't
of
think
what?
it's just sort of like, is he still in shock? Like even at the end of the movie, he's still in
because
like,
of the initial one. I think this is just like, I think life
Exactly.
has punched him so hard
That
that,
he
he's just like,
going through the
anyways,
motions.
what's next?
He's
So-
almost like on a queue. And
Yeah.
I feel like there's all these
This is-
emotions to process on a queue. And it like that one just got
Yeah.
added to the back of the queue. And it's kind of
And
like,
that's
Exactly.
why
I'm not gonna
that's
deal
why
with
the
that one
two
yet.
scenes, the scene with the lawyer where he's having to deal with basically adopting his nephew and him not feeling deserving of that. Him feeling like, dude, I
Yes.
can't take care of another life. Look at what happened to the 3 I was responsible for.
but him knowing that that's not the right thing to do, I guess.
And then the other one being the conversation with his ex-wife where she's like trying to say like, hey, I've processed my grief and I understand I was a shitty person to you. That being said,
Can we talk a little bit about that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm still confused about that.
oh man,
What do you mean?
I'm not.
He walked away. Well, I'm pretty sure he wanted to talk to her. She
Yeah.
left, right?
But after everything
That's
you
why-
said, I still love
that's
you.
why
Bro, don't do that to me. It was a good scene.
That's why that scene is so important because you see, especially for the performance, you see Casey Affleck navigating grief and also like wanting his humanity to come out, but also feeling guilty and understanding I don't deserve this. I don't understand. I don't deserve your
Oh,
forgiveness.
yes.
I don't deserve your
That's the whole
forgiveness.
point.
I deserve the shitty things you were telling me, and I was gonna live through life the
And while
rest
she's
of my life.
apologizing, she's like, no, I
No,
deserve it.
give it to me. And that's why the next thing he does is go gets beat up in the bar because he deserves it. Or at least in his emotions, he deserves
So
it.
what was she trying to do?
She was trying to get him out of his grief and say, hey, you don't have to just like lay down and let
I
It's
life
kind of
also-
messed up because she's there with his kid and
No, but that's not
kind
her
of-
fault. She moved on. She moved on.
Without him.
But that's life.
yeah.
That's life. It's
Especially-
similar to another
especially
breakup.
'cause of the
Look,
accident.
the two things the two options I think you have with grief is go through it or let it enthrall you, let it engulf you. And I think she chose like I'm going to move forward with my life. You're letting it swallow you whole. I don't want to live that way. We still have life to live, whether we like it or not.
Then I like her performance a lot more then. Because I didn't know, I was questioning her performance.
But she's clearly saying, hey, but I haven't forgotten about us. I haven't forgotten
I
about
was-
our
I was from
kids.
the
I haven't forgotten
perspective-
about what we went through. But hey, we went through it. You don't have to let this thing dictate the rest of your life.
Right.
That scene is just super important.
But I'm pretty sure, where I'm at is that I'm pretty sure he's trying to contact her. Well, now she's already finally ready to talk.
No, I don't think he ever even felt like he deserved to contact her.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think he ever got to that place. Even when
well,
she's
yeah, that
going
is
into
true.
the
That is true.
ambulance,
That is true.
he's trying to comfort her, and she's pushing him away because she's right.
And then the
in
whole guilt thing.
Yeah, I don't think he ever tried.
What are
I
y'all
think
laughing at?
the fact that the law keeps trying to talk and we're making a point.
Oh, my bad.
No. I got next round.
No, my bad, dude. What's up?
No. Keep finishing that one.
No, we're good. We're good. I feel like they're
Okay.
laughing at me.
No. So, what? What'd I do?
Go on.
No. Now I feel bad. I don't deserve this.
Is my cock showing or something?
No, I don't deserve this. No. I basically had like a solid 2-minute bit of me just like sweating profusely, wanting to say something. That was all it was.
But what I didn't even see that you needed to say something.
Yeah, nobody saw.
But what you?
It was a joke. No, I was just going to add on to the point and saying that I felt, and disagree if you feel this way, but isn't she still processing something? Isn't that something we're also supposed to see, that she hasn't been able to process the aspect of like the relationship with him, because she wanted to have dinner and say like, oh, I wanted to apologize. And that's almost like her closure of like, maybe I need to get past the old side of things. Like I was just trying to find a
sure.
better husband and have kids again and re-kick that life that I thought we were going to have, but it didn't work out with you. And
I don't even think it went that far.
You don't think so?
I think she found a natural bliss through just maybe finding somebody again and having, I'm sure the conversation, I feel like she could have her own film of processing her grief and understand. Imagine getting the news that I'm pregnant after 3 of my kids dying. That must be incredibly hard. And I think that, I don't think she's processing necessarily the relationship or what was or what could have been right away. I think that's part of it. I think she's processing like, hey, I found a way through it and I'm still finding a way through it. And I need you to understand that you don't have to just lay there and die. Like you can remarry, you can live life if you need to. I don't know. I process that a lot, where grief is just an ongoing thing, and when you lose somebody, you're never going to heal from it entirely. You're just going to learn to live with it. And I've learned that through a lot of examples, and it's though it's heavy, it's what's reality. And people keep trying to, when they lose somebody or they have to process grief in some way, they try to filter it somehow. They try to dilute the pain, and that's how you kind of fuck up, and that's how kind of he's fucking up. That's why when the heavy moments with the lawyer or with whoever, he blows up. Even with the doctor, he's like, fuck this shit. In a moment of like, I don't want to deal with this. His most constant line in this film is like, do we really have to talk about this right now? Because he doesn't want to deal with anything serious right now. And that's like grief, like not allowing you to process any human emotion about anything.
100%.
And I think that's where he's at. And where she's at is like, hey, I've had some time to sit with this. And in my heart, in my brokenheartedness, I was a bitch to you. And I told you things, whatever she said to him, you can imagine. She's realizing like, hey, not only was that wrong, but it's wrong for me to wish you negative things. It's wrong for me to wish you death or whatever I thought you deserved at the time. Right now, I think I'm seeing you go through it, and you're just a robot, and you're just not living life. And
compared to like how it used to be.
Yeah. And look, I guess the way I try to process death and grief, and I don't know if this is the right way, but this film makes me think that maybe it's the right way for me. What if this guy lives to be 100? He's going to spend the next 50 years in his grief?
Yeah.
And like, then what's the point? You know, like, and a lot of people think that way. Unfortunately, they think, well, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to off myself. And I think he finds purpose again and taking care of his nephew.
Like the biggest growth in the world was him saying, I'm going to get an apartment with 2 rooms.
And you can come and visit.
Yeah. And then afterwards, like, fine, I'm just going to put my stuff in there. But at least it's like a small chip of, I'm not going to choose to just stay alone and rot in a hole.
I'm not going to abandon you, and you're not going to abandon me. And we're in this together. And him understanding like, hey, what you're going through is what I've been going through. So maybe we can help each other out through this thing.
And you finally see the kid have a lot more empathy when he goes into the room and sees like the 3 photos of like,
And you guys aren't talking about like, he's actually like trying to take care of a teenager.
Right.
That is another
awesome.
layer of hardcore.
It's crazy because just on a base level, I'm sure being a father or father figure to a teenager, but that's probably the age his daughters would
I was
have
going
been.
to say the same thing. It really was.
And that's even harder to process.
God.
I mean,
because think after the fishing trip, he goes home and sees his daughters, and they're the exact same
that is
age
true.
and all
One
that.
of them's a baby. The other
They're
one's a little bit
frozen
older.
in time, right? They're frozen in the memory that he has of them. And again, there's just a lot to process, and there's so many layers to this character, despite the fact that externally you're seeing a muted individual just trying to get through the day. There's so many layers to this character and the way he's reacting to life and the duality of pre-incident, as Ricky said, and post-incident. There's just so much that this character is living through. And I think grief kind of...
I'm always post-incident.
I think grief kind of gets you to that point of like, I also thought a lot about this, and I admire anybody who's gone through losing somebody. I really mean that because
absolutely.
Again, I don't know how to process those emotions. I just don't know how to do it. So I admire them because I think they're the strongest people. And seeing Casey Affleck's character go through this and still having the energy to get up and do his fucking thing.
Yeah.
And even if it's just being a janitor, like it's a custodian, it's him understanding like I still gotta breathe the air I'm breathing, so I guess I should just do this shit. That takes a lot of strength, man. Strength I don't think I have. And
he didn't have it, man. Remember when he was in the police station? He grabs the
in a moment of desperation,
because
right? This
it was
is one of the
that,
strongest scenes.
Yeah, it's a feeling of survivor's remorse. Like you're like, it's like, what do you mean I'm gonna stay here and I can just walk off? And it's like, hey, dude, you made a mistake. we all do, but you can
There's
go.
no law
and
against this.
like
that is a perfect.
There's
thing.
no law against making a mistake, and that's why he even tries to like add in the extra detail of like, yeah, and there was also coke there, and it's like, oh well, that's awful, and it's like,
a confession. This is straight up a confession of like, hey, I did wrong. Put me in jail. I'm admitting everything.
The cops are like, it was an accident, but he's still like the guilt of still killed him.
And look at him. He's having such a hard time. What? That's it. I get to go home. My kids don't get to go home. There is no, like, there's so much communicated through this performance without dialogue. Yeah, it's pretty incredible what they're pulling off.
What about for you, Castro? What's the rating?
Well, I'm actually surprised you guys went pretty high.
I mean, what was your initial rating going to be? Like, I mean,
My initial rating was going to be 9.2. And what I'm basing it off of, just that everything you guys said, I didn't think Casey Affleck had it like that.
Bro, nobody did. Look, this film
I just didn't.
This film was executive produced by Matt Damon, okay? Matt Damon was lined up to play this role. He like wanted this role, and then he realized, hey, there's nobody who could play this other than my friend Casey Affleck.
Yeah, he's got that
Nobody
that vibe
could do
to
it
him.
other than him. So we need to cast him.
Yeah.
But he's an executive producer in this thing. He was just like, he's like, this thing was made for Casey. Casey needs to be the one to fucking play it.
Yeah, and then, I mean, just talking about acting, I'm really big on like... He was actually pretty cool with it, right? He was cool with it.
He was.
Talking about acting, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
rating?
You're the actor.
Wait, did you even give a number rating, Carlos?
Yeah, 9.2.
No, 9.3, I think.
No, I put 9.3. He put 9.2. So you have to go 9.1 because if you don't, you're...
No, I give him a 9.2.
9.2.
OCD.
Yeah, it's just... I was reading somewhere where didn't feel like you were watching acting. It felt like you were witnessing somebody going through grief.
Yeah.
So I think that's
think
the
so.
perfect way to interpret this acting in this film. I mean...
I think I felt that a lot for some reason in this screening. I realized how little, like how small in terms of runtime we lived in the funeral. How much that's just a blur, and like that's like when you're going through it, you're not really going through it. You're kind of just going through the motions.
I even asked myself
it was
that too.
quick. There was church. There was people giving you their condolences, and then that's it. You don't really process it anymore. As opposed to all the other mundane shit that forces you to like be thinking about it and thinking
Was
about
it
it.
as quick as this awkward shot?
Oh yeah, like the Kenny Lonergan
That
fucking
little
cameo. But I think that yeah, it's the perfect depiction of just seeing somebody like is living in their shoes for sure.
Yeah, and I gotta
Use your words.
No, I gotta say it again. Like playing restraint character is really hard. Like I can't say that enough.
Yeah.
And I think this film captures it perfectly. I think
What is it that
Casey
makes it different? Because I mean, you're using the word restraint, and we've talked about like you get annoyed with Wes Anderson films when we did like West Month, that you feel like all the characters feel restraint, but this is good restraint. Is it a?
well, if you notice,
I think you mean their definition of meekness, as I understand it correctly, is power under control, right?
right,
And this is power under control.
100%.
There's power. There's a lion behind this cage, and he can scare you from behind the cage, and you can hear him roar, but the cage isn't open. Strength under control.
Because if you notice, this one doesn't have really big speeches. No big.
No, there's
him
no showing
crying.
out.
No, he's still in shock. I'm still on that.
Like even this scene, the fact that like when he's there trying to like, he's going through processing this, and then now he has to just process a new guy married his ex-wife, and they have a kid. Like,
And that's almost like that's not even important right now.
yeah,
Well,
like
you're kind of looking at him like
what do I
To
do?
me, this feels more like, is this even real? Like, whose life am I living right now? Like, what is this? Who are you? And why are
There's a
you
lot
with
of
my
moments
wife?
like that.
It's he's frozen in time in a sense. Yeah, I think you're right. I think to me, this is like a meek performance.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't respect actors like this. Like, I defend tooth and nail somebody like De Niro or Leo, not because of when they show out in roles, but when they're restrained in roles.
yeah. 'Cause
And I don't think people appreciate that enough.
It's like
I
comedy and
agree.
drama. It's it's hard. You
Yeah.
think it's pretty hard.
And that's like doing the opposite, right? I think people automatically think in comedy that you have to be funny.
Right.
And automatically in drama, you have to be dramatic. But the best performances you end up seeing is in a comedy when they're playing it straight, and in drama when they're being restrained, when they're not being dramatic.
And especially if it's an
Those
actor
are the
known
best
for
performances.
yeah.
And
I
I
thought
think
I'll be funny. Come on, go. I don't think we ever got Rick.
Lucas had
I was
to, by the
about to
way.
say, what about Lucas?
Dear
What
God,
about
Lucas
Lucas?
killed.
God.
Lucas killed. Timothy Chalamet was up for this role, by the way,
Chalamet.
because he played a young Casey Affleck in Interstellar. Remember?
Yeah, but I think it was more with Steve Carell. I
Or
think
did-
he was
or-
already kind
or-
of used.
Dude, beautiful
Yeah.
boy.
Hey,
I think that's
or
already.
did Casey Affleck play an older Timothy Chalamet?
Maybe
I-
Bob
I
Dylan
like-
sounds a lot like Dewey Cox. Why don't you guys never ask Bob Dylan?
You don't want none of this, do we?
In the Coliseum.
In the cast.
Yeah, we never got Mr.
Rick's-
Ricky Rocket.
Ricky
Yo,
Rocket.
Ricky Rocket.
Ricky Tan.
Ricky
Rocky,
Tan.
Rocky Raccoon.
Who in here knows Ricky Tan?
Hey.
Wait, so what did they give it to you?
Oh,
He's
shit,
a
son.
technical dude, so I'm not gonna take it.
Why not?
What's going on over there?
And I didn't earn it. I wasn't there.
Neither did him. Jason gave it to him.
You take
Yeah,
it
go on record. Jason gave it to him.
I will shove it up your ass.
Anybody named Mike
Listen,
that's a Poison
everything
fan? I just
Drummer.
You got a middle name? Do you want one? Make it Mike.
Money talks.
I legitimately had it at a 9.2. I'll go 9.1 just so we can set it out.
Just
Change it
about
up a little
things
bit.
I was talking to someone recently because I've been watching a lot of television, and what you notice a lot about like TV shows is like, even though they're good shows, you're like, the acting is not all that great. This is wall to wall good acting. I mean, you're talking about Michelle Williams, obviously Casey Affleck.
Michelle Williams is in this thing for 12 minutes, by the
Bro,
way.
Kyle-
12 fucking minutes.
Kyle Chandler himself is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucas Hedges. I mean, they just it
Yeah.
was wall
Kyle
to
Chandler
wall.
as well, yeah.
Terrific.
Such good acting. I mean, it was the film wasn't even over with, and then we were already stating that we should throw the Academy Award at
Yeah,
Affleck.
just give it to him again.
It was phenomenal. There was no question of whether he deserved it. It was just incredible, and I think.
By the way, I love
Agreed.
I love that the film tackled the little beats of comedy that I think everybody uses to like just try to
deflect.
not even deflect, but like just to get you through the day or through the
Exactly.
moment. Because I mean,
To the next moment, I guess.
yeah, I feel like every time I've had these like big knocks in my life or something really bad happens, I'm still trying to find a way to like laugh, but it's just to get me to like the next beat so I don't stay there in that emotion. Like
With
we
the
just
chickens.
saw, well,
with
we
the
just saw
chickens in the freezer. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no, but like that line where he's like, okay, well next time if you see food and the food scares you and you have a breakdown and all that, like we'll take you. Or I was seeing the one where they're at the wake, like after the funeral, and they're all eating, and it's like
the plate.
yeah, did you get a plate? Did he?
Oh,
Do
yes.
you want
Like,
food?
frustrating.
Oh, he doesn't want food. Oh no,
Frustrating.
no, don't worry. It's like I'm making him a plate. Like no, he
What
doesn't
was
want
that?
anymore.
Again, the
What was
ridiculousness of life, like
Of the
if
ridiculousness
that's what's
of life.
important right now. Like,
Yeah,
I know,
Ooh,
I know
ooh.
you, like, as a husband, Rick, think this.
That's
like,
good,
I know
though.
I think this.
Wait,
this,
you're married?
This moment, right, when they're
Spoiler.
the what
Oh,
is
yeah.
it? The rise
that you
before
can
the
read.
fall, in the sense that, like, where something like bad happens, when something bad happens in your life with your family or whether with your marriage, and you remember that 5 minutes before that bad thing happening, you were being a dumbass, like you were being silly, and like that's constantly. I'm positive that that's what he's doing. Is like, I was being an asshole. I was drinking with my buddies, and I was just being a dick, and I was being funny 5 minutes before I walked out.
That's one thing I noticed about this film, because if you notice before this film, I mean, there's some parts where he's like he jumps into bed with his wife.
Right.
He's just being friendly.
Yeah.
This right here, where he's with his buddies, had us laughing.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Just talking about, did you see Jupiter?
Did you see Jupiter?
She shouldn't talk to me like that. And just it just jumped up so high, so funny, and the very following scene just nosedived.
Yeah.
It went into the darkest part of the entire film. Like it surpassed. It's incredible.
Yeah.
How you can go from this funny to a scene
This
later,
dark.
this terrible, and
that explanation in the police station, by the way, it humanizes him, because you think this could happen to anybody. Like, it was a mistake nonetheless, but it's not just what the cops are saying, by the way. It's the fact that you get to play God. You get to be the judge and say, okay, what really happened, dude? How did you fuck up? And it wasn't like, you're not really taking Coke or whatever into account. You're taking like, oh, so you didn't turn on the central heating because your wife gets headaches, and you were trying to be considerate of your wife, and before you left to the store, you want to go check on the kids, and you believe
and
every
then-
word he's saying. By the way, he's not trying to get out of this.
No, and then he also said like, and I had been drinking, so I didn't want to go driving.
Yes,
and
he's-
like so, and then he thought maybe I forgot to put on the little guard. Well, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna keep the house warm.
He
and
did
then comes
everything
back,
right until he didn't. Like he was trying to do the right thing, and it was like this blue collar type of right thing. Like he was just like, well, I'm just like, I still want to keep drinking and watch the game, and I'm gonna go get a sixer or whatever. Like it
Trying to keep the
wasn't.
keeps
It
warm, yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't a bad thing that he did. He wasn't. I mean, neglectful is a very tricky word in this situation. He was being
Yeah.
neglectful by
Also-
not putting the screen, but he wasn't being neglectful.
Seeing him with his brother when the like officers are like telling him like, oh, you can't go to the house, and then they like
Hands
help
him the
him,
bag.
yeah, help him get his bag, and it's
Oh,
like you can see
bro.
the emotion
the
of
weight,
like
the weight of that bag now. The weight of the
I'm glad
bag.
you
No.
brought up that
But
scene.
did you notice inside the bag what it had?
Pampers.
It had diapers,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
So
That was
that's even
part of what he
even worse.
bought.
It's like,
That's part of what he bought.
oh, it hit. That's
he's
where I was
not
just
gonna
like,
need him anymore.
don't
Yeah.
cry, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay.
What?
Obviously.
Well, yeah, I just want the audience to know.
But that part, I mean, the weight of this bag now. Look, he can't even
Yeah, and
hold
then
it.
it almost
He has
like-
to.
Wait, what do Pampers look like?
He has
Where
to
are they?
get it out of his hands because
That-
you see
Yeah, and
it.
almost like
You do see
confused,
it.
like, oh,
like
I still have this
wait,
in my
can
hand.
you hold this?
Yeah,
like I can't
exactly.
carry this anymore.
I thought they were pads.
And I mean, even if they were, dude, he got something for his wife that she
Exactly.
needed, or for his baby that he needed. It's pretty crazy. Can you keep playing it? I just want to see that.
I just want to go through
that
it.
weight
I
transfer.
forgot how
Like
heavy it
he
is.
collapses after this. He passes the
And
bag.
it's not over dramatic. It's
It-
just
he
it's
collapses.
real. It's like, oh,
He's carrying it with both hands, and
Yeah.
his brother just grabs it.
just
with
grabs it
one
with
arm.
one. The weight of this thing. It's so interesting.
like he can't even hold himself up.
Oh, that's brilliant.
The weight on his
Oh,
shoulders.
you guys.
Oh, this scene was so bad.
I brought
I'm not
up
watching
a question earlier, and you guys said, "Oh, we'll tell you later." But they kept showing that kid playing the drums, and then
It's not for any emotional or particularly necessary reason. It's because all of the kids in the band
Yeah.
are the nephews of like fucking. Well, yeah, that's cool too. But the actors in the band had no prior experience. But the drummer is Mark Wahlberg's nephew.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other kids, one of the other hockey bandmates, is Matt Damon's nephew.
Oh.
One of the other kids is Matthew Broderick's nephew. Like they're all just
But
the
what was the point?
nephews.
What was the point of them getting mad at him going or too slow or
Nothing.
too fast?
Nothing.
You don't
It's
feel
just
like it helps
kids.
it?
No, I don't
I
think
thought
it
he
One
was.
of the girlfriends is Barishkanov's daughter.
Who's
Barishkanov,
Brishkinov?
that fucking famous dancer.
Oh, this dude. He was on Sex in the City.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
That's right on.
right on.
I never watched Sex
The
and the City,
dancer.
but I know.
Okay.
Barishnikov.
Yeah, they're all just like Nepo babies or whatever. but I don't think it had any point to it.
Really?
Well, it had
Because
to.
the whole thing where
I
it's
think
like,
it's just like showing the motions of a kid, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
it's because there was one shot where they just show the drummer, and you can tell that he's like sad drumming, and that made me think like, oh, is it just to see that there's about to be a bigger knock, like it's about to go to somebody else, and maybe it's that whole
I
thing of
think-
like when you're going through grief, you end up transferring your emotion. Like he keeps telling him like, oh, dude, you're messing up. But the kid isn't
Yeah.
really processing it.
maybe a sense of control. I don't know.
And then all the other bandmates knowing
I
that
don't
he's
think it
going
had
through
anything.
something.
I think it was just to show that like this is the place where he's a shitty teenager, you know? He's being a dick. I don't think it has anything else.
Yeah, man, we should be nicer to drummers.
I don't know about that.
Nah, he's just probably going through something and getting mad at.
Manchester by the Sea.
Drummers are dicks.
I didn't say it.
No, I don't know. I mean, if you guys are interpreting something out of this, cool. I didn't.
Nah,
I didn't get any.
I-
of
Why
that.
did
feel
I just
like
feel like an
there's a-
Olive Garden?
There has to be a reason.
Cracker Barrel incident just happened. You said drummers are dicks, and Rick looked at me.
What I do?
Piece of bacon.
Why did I get yelled at?
You did what to your dog?
I know you haven't seen it in a while, Austin, but what's like you very much like
No,
this
no.
film.
No.
So why are guitars such dicks? Do guitars have high IQ?
No, they don't.
Look up drummers.
They're the dumbest bunch, bro.
Why are drummers so cool and get all the ladies? Why are drummers awesome? Yeah, drummers are
Because
widely
Travis
considered
Barker.
awesome.
You're no bass player, Rick. Let's just put it that way.
He doesn't slap at a bass.
I slap it a bass, man.
Fuck bass. And then Paul McCartney's picture shows up or some shit, you know?
I'll play the bass.
The most famous bassist, the most famous musician of all time was a bassist. So it's like,
Wait, we didn't look at like what else was up for best actor that year.
yeah, we did.
Oh no, yeah, there was a very
Denzel Washington,
controversial.
Ryan Gosling. I
was-
think Mahershala Ali was
But what was it for? Denzel,
What do you mean
was
we
it?
did?
Fences. The film he directed, based on the play.
I
also.
liked it. Yeah, I saw the play where he's playing.
Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic, Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge. Wait, Mahershala didn't get nominated? Oh, for supporting because he plays a smaller role in Moonlight.
Oh, Ryan Gosling for La La Land.
And he lost out.
Yeah.
He lost out to Casey.
Are you mad at it?
No, not in the slightest.
Did you see that-
personally didn't
Did
even
you see that 10-minute video I sent you about what the guy how he thinks would happen?
Yeah. They run through the whole process.
Yeah.
I don't think I personally, even when Emma won, I didn't think she deserved it. Genuinely, the only reason that's justified is because it's a musical and they had to work 3 times as hard as anybody else. But I don't think either of them should have won. So,
Nah, I think she deserves. I don't know.
I
about
completely
Ryan,
forgot. But for that year, it was still in that scope of controversy. Like,
Oscar's too white.
Yeah, Oscar's too white. I completely forgot about all
really?
that. Yeah,
There's
so I
a-
remember when he won, there was again that uproar of like, oh, see, they just only
that's like 10% of it. The real controversy behind Casey Affleck winning is that this was also in the middle of the Me Too movement. And Casey Affleck had just been accused on a film prior to this, like 2 films before this or something like that. I Am Something. I forget the name of the film.
Legend.
That's Will Smith.
He was in another film, and basically he got accused of
Oscar too
sexual assault. And again, like I don't think he was convicted or anything like that, or even like charged with it, but he was accused. And what happened was he won the Academy Award despite of, and basically the kind of the controversy is that Brie Larson won for Room the year before. And Brie Larson is a big advocate for people who have been essayed and just trying to like be a voice for those people. And she had to present the award because she won the year previously. So she basically had to sit there, smile, hand him the award.
Wow.
And her big political statement was like, I'm not going to clap for you, dude. I'll do what I'm required to do. But if you see her on stage, she has her hands to her side. She doesn't smile. She just hands him the award and fucking walks away. Like she's that was kind of the controversy behind Casey Affleck winning. And if you notice, Casey Affleck didn't really do anything after this. He got an Oscar and didn't get the roles you're supposed to get when you win an Oscar.
That is true. Maybe
Because-
No, but didn't
maybe
he
he's just trying to keep low.
He did Tower Heist after that. I thought.
No, before, dude. Tower Heist was like 2010.
I love Tower Heist.
But still,
Really?
he could have gotten many more Academy.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So he
Type
did
roles.
Look, Interstellar, and then right afterwards,
A Ghost Story is a good
yeah,
film.
Ghost
but-
Story is
Triple
fantastic.
Nine was not
But
bad.
yeah, so just that's like
Old man and the
No,
his-
but yeah, I
his-
know what you're
You know,
saying.
his career took a hit,
yeah.
and still hasn't really fully recovered.
He
from
came
it.
back to Oppenheimer.
He did in
Who
a
was
very
in Oppenheimer?
small
Oh,
role.
He was
Yeah.
that one like agent who was like looking for people who had like cracks in the
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah.
And man, that was such a good scene when he came out because you felt like his authority and presence.
Yeah, and I think just like the whole thing there is that a lot of people came out the other side of the Me Too movement because you
Louis
noticed
coming back. Louis.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like a lot of people come out the other side when whether you're the film's called I'm Still Here. That's the Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh my God, dude!
So
what a
apparently
weird
there
ass.
was
weird.
Apparently he did something there that wasn't too favorable, but who knows? I don't know. I wasn't in the room. I don't know what happened, but it seems like he's coming out the other side of it. He's getting better roles, and if
It
someone
seems
like
like
Chris
that's
Nolan,
what happens. Like once you get caught in that, maybe you just lay low for like 2-3 years.
maybe, yeah. I mean, you're kind of forced to. I mean, look what's
Forced to, yeah.
happening with Kevin Spacey right now. He's proven innocent, quote unquote, and he's fucked.
Yeah,
Like nobody wants to
he's
hire
crying
him.
with
Nobody,
fucking
yeah.
Larry King.
So it's
Has he
just
been proven innocent?
yeah, he has.
was that?
He was acquitted. Like he went to court. The whole thing. He wasn't
Wait, who?
Kevin Spacey.
You haven't seen him in Larry King?
He tells the whole story
he's
and like
broke. He's
admits that there wasn't wrongdoing in the sense that he was grooming kid. That's what he was being accused of. That he had a relationship with a young legal person, basically, and that's what
Legal or illegal?
legal. But no, he was acquitted. Like he went to court after a while. They accused him, and he was acquitted of everything, and didn't matter. Like nobody wants to hire him. But I think your career takes a hit ultimately.
Out of curiosity.
What happened to Casey?
Wait, what?
Who did we?
Huh?
You asked
How to
something?
vote?
No, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
what I was gonna.
He's. How does it feel?
who can play at this game.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What?
Who?
When? With who? Castro.
do people
So no, this is
listen
what I
to us
wanted to.
I was gonna ask you.
Ask
Yeah,
away.
Carlos, I was gonna ask.
Ask away.
Go ahead.
It's for both of you guys.
It's a two-parter?
Yeah, when it comes to this, I feel like Casey, obviously, amazing performer, fantastic performance, found the level he needed to be at in hitting these emotionally deep tones that you don't say a lot, but it says everything with the way you look and all that. Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's a little too much. I feel like maybe he just got the right part that suits him. I don't know if it's all that. Sometimes I feel like that with some people, like, oh, how did he get into this level? And I think I think that's just probably the best part he could have gotten.
Yeah. But let's say if somebody else got this and you were coaching the actor, you were directing them, what are the things that you would do to dial in that level? Because I feel like
I love these type of movies where it's one of those that what would you do in that situation, right? And obviously with that Casey Affleck, he's trying to do the right thing, but his life is it's not in the best shape ever.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of young actors that maybe are just getting into like this role and think like, oh, this is great. I love the story. I want to do all this. And if they just listen to the script, I feel like a lot of them will overplay it. They'll be angry or they'll be overly sad and they'll sit too much in the emotions as opposed to just getting through the scene with what the scene needs.
Yeah, well, I bet you he came in like that, but I bet you that he worked with the director, the screenwriter, and kind of like toned it to the to the level that they wanted to.
Like specifically, that moment when he's talking to his ex-wife and you see him breaking, but it's not crying and it's not yelling.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, where's he gonna go? Is there any advice for how you dial that in or what you look out for? Or does it just go back to the acting standards of really understanding yourself? How would you respond to that moment?
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the script first, and then you got to go into like, have I ever been in those situations where I just don't want to be in that conversation, right? And then you just got to layer it up, right? You got to be like, well, she's my ex-wife. This sort of thing happened with me and her. I know acting's supposed to be all, but sometimes it's just pretty standard.
I'll say in parallel or similarly to like the cinematography. Something I heard recently from Roger Deakins was talking about how it's so easy to like overcomplicate your lighting setup and you add all these different things. And he says sometimes what he does is he'll get the most minimal setup. What's the basic things you need? Like one light in a room with a rag over it, and you're just lighting a person. And he says, and that if that works and that's what's doing it, let that play.
Exactly.
Then the actor can go and just live in the scene. They don't have to worry about all these complicated changes and everything. And sometimes less is more. And in a lot of moments where they could have made it a lot moodier, like again, at least what I view in the performance, they could have done more, but instead they were just like, no, just its simplicity will sell enough.
You know what let me try to describe this. I feel like Casey Affleck followed the director's direction without asking permission from the audience.
What do you mean? I don't get that.
How can I explain it?
What you mean about that?
What do you mean by that?
I know exactly what you mean.
No. Yeah. It's like you got to follow the direction that the director gives you, and you got to commit to it without being like,
What are the
what
does
is the audience going to get that or not? You gotta.
It's actually a
Trust.
common technique in theater acting is alienating the audience.
Right. And I feel like this is Casey Affleck doing that kind of like, I'm going to trust my director and not go
I'm
away
trust
from
this part.
Right. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's one of the main things I could take out of this. I think he just wasn't seeking approval from the audience. He was just trying to take directions from the director, which he nailed it, I think.
Oh, okay.
I like not to
Does that sound right? I don't know.
not to
No,
romanticize like
that makes a lot of sense.
Because like you said, he would have been way over the top if it was him trying to get the audience to be in his side. Because he's not asking for sympathy the way he's playing the character.
no, he's rejecting sympathy.
Exactly. Oh, yes.
Not to like romanticize this as a director, but casting is 90% of it. And you're going to write a Bostonian role for Casey Affleck in middle America, in blue collar. Like, this role was made for him.
Exactly.
and tailored around him entirely. I mean, this is his performance because he knows this world and he knows how to speak and he knows that he's talking to these kinds of people. And I think that's like universal in a sense, but it's crafted to a T. It's chiseled like a sculpture. I mean, this is chiseled for Casey.
Agreed.
And there's some magic to that. The fact that I think there's like a big conversation amongst actors and directors is that you have this similar to directors having the film that's like their coup de grace. Do you have a role you feel you were born for?
Yeah.
And I think Casey Affleck really was born for this role. Like that's magic you can't necessarily.
And that's coming from the opinion
pinpoint.
of watching him throughout the years and being like, oh, this is what he was meant for. This type of character.
You really can't pinpoint that kind of magic. That magic comes through like the director looking at his actor and being like, this is it. And I can't describe to you what the quality is in this human being.
I know what you're saying.
That I connect with, but also that this role connects with. And that's like the director being in tune with himself for the role when he's casting. And hopefully you're making the right decision. And I think Kenny Lonergan is just incredible.
They did the homework.
So I agree with you, Castro. I think this is more of a director trait in the actor leaning into trusting their director.
Exactly.
And trusting the role, trusting that this role is yours and you're one. And Casey became one with this role.
Yeah, 100%. Good question. I like it.
Manchester by the Sea, ladies and gentlemen. This is, though, a heavy film. There's a lot to say. There's a lot of deeply layered explorations of humanity. In this.
2 solid good hours with no interruption. Watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you have to watch it like that.
Yeah.
You can't.
This film is just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there were 9s across the room. So
I'll also say this was, I think, the beginning of when Amazon really put like energy into it.
First thing I thought of too.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
yeah.
understand it correctly.
Big Sick were their 2 first big things.
Big Sick, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Big Sick was Netflix.
No.
No, I think it's Amazon. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first film nominated for an Oscar by a streamer.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I think this.
One of the first films distributed by Amazon to earn buzz for the 2017 award season.
But yeah, I think this and Big Sick were Amazon's 2 first
big
things.
Because Big Sick, I think, got a screenplay nod or something. It was just
I think it won.
Yeah, did it? You're probably right. Yeah. First film distributed or co-distributed by a streaming service, in this case Amazon, to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Picture.
Did Big Sick win anything?
Maybe screenplay.
I think it won like screenplay or something.
With
Kumail Nanjiani.
Mm-hmm.
That dude got
nominated.
Got nominated.
It says 19 wins, but it's only nominated for 1 Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was for the screenplay.
Yeah, nominated.
Next week.
This film, just go watch it, man. This is just a deeply human film.
It's a heavy one, sorry,
it's
but
heavy.
we had to. We had to.
Next week, we'll quote-unquote semi-end our
bow tie
previous Oscar winners with our editing choice, Dunkirk. We'll still be talking about the bridge, I guess, into the following kind of Oscar
this
piece.
Heavy too.
Is Anora. We'll be talking about the Best Picture winner of last year, Anora.
I seen that.
But Dunkirk. We'll be covering Dunkirk. I'm excited to get into this because the first and only time I've seen Dunkirk was when we saw it in 35 millimeter. Yeah, at Alamo, and like it's the only time I saw it.
I saw it with you guys.
I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. I need to rewatch it, so I'm excited to get into it. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, as per usual, if you made it this far, we thank you, and we remind you to please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And another reminder to please go to the Apple podcast ratings and to our Spotify ratings and just shoot those up as much as you possibly can. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, whoever has an iPhone or Spotify.
Give you $1 if you do it.
Steal their phone. Wait,
Austin will personally give you $1 if you do.
You have to find me though.
Yeah. If you do rate it, if you do rate it, comment and we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give you a shout out.
$5.
There you go.
Well, that's Austin.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Watchtower Film Podcast. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Our
Quick, everybody be sad.